guys, my name is Cameron and welcome back to my channel, Which Way to Wicked, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. So guys, today we are going to be having such a spicy and a fabulous good time today as we have a super fun 18 and up reading. So we are going to be finding out what your next intimate encounter is going to be like and who exactly you are going to be having this intimate encounter with. Okay, so make sure to stay tuned towards the end because after we talk about y'all's sexual rendezvous, we are going to be taking a look at their initials and we are also going to be taking a look at their physical traits. Okay, so guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at your group picks today. Okay, so here are your group picks. So for group number 1, we have the fiery elephant spirit coming through. For group number 2, we have this adorable and cuddly starfish spirit making an appearance. And last but not least, for group number 3, we have the mysterious spider coming through as well. So guys, I want you to go ahead and take a very big deep breath in. And now I want you to let it out. And now I want you to please close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about who your next lover is going to be. I want you to think about all the sexual rendezvous you guys are going to be doing together. And then whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes. And whichever animal spirit your eyes lands on first, then that, my dear, is going to be the reading for you today. Now, if you feel called to more than one card here, then definitely feel free to check out those extra messages as well. And as always, I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading today, friends, okay? Hello, Group 1. So, before we get into your reading today, I wanted to go ahead and give y'all a really quick disclaimer because I just finished y'all's reading and I realized that I wasn't just talking about you guys being together one time. I was talking about you guys being together several different times, and that's because I think that your person, this isn't going to be somebody who is just a one and done type of thing. This isn't going to be somebody who you're only with one time. This is going to be somebody who I do think could potentially be a person who you end up dating or who you end up having a really deep connection with. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. Please don't get confused because I'm not just talking about you guys having this one encounter. I'm talking about several different encounters. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into y'all's spicy reading today, okay? Hello, Group 1. So, you chose the elephant spirit animal card. Then, hey, hello, my lovely little butterflies, and thank you for fluttering onto this reading. So guys, before we get into the tarot portion of this reading today and talk about the sexual rendezvous that you guys are going to be getting up to, we are first going to talk about the animal spirit cards and the archetype cards that came through for you guys today. Okay, so with the elephant card and the king card, this is representing the overall energy and personality traits of your next lover. And then with the owl and the gossip card coming through, this is representing the way that your next lover views you, the way that they see you in regards to your energy, in regards to your personality traits, okay? And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and start talking about the information that I'm receiving because, guys, the information, it is freaking hot. Okay, it is exciting. It is amazing, and I'm so excited to get into this. So let's do this. So guys, first of all, since your person received the elephant card, this is synonymous with fire energy. So your person, your next lover, could definitely be a fire sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus. So I am talking about Leos, Aries, Sagittariuses, and because we are getting that fire energy, I do quickly want to talk about the personality traits that are associated with that fire sign, okay? So whenever I think of fire energy, this makes me think about somebody who, again, is very fiery, very passionate, very creative. This is somebody who feels things very, very intensely, and they just really sometimes even let their feelings cause them to make really, really quick decisions without really even thinking about it. This is just the type of person who follows their heart. Okay, so at the end of the day, whenever I think about your person, whenever I think about your next lover, I definitely think that this is somebody who is just very dramatic. Honestly, I feel like everything with them is very, very dramatic, very over the top, and I think that people love that about them. Honestly, this person, their energy is making me think of Shane from what's that show called? Oh, it's gonna bother me. It's like a love show on Netflix. I'm gonna look it up right now. Let me see. I think it's Love is Blind. Oh, that's what it is. Love is Blind. Okay, it's Shane from Love is Blind. I think he was on season 1, and he was just somebody who all of the girls, like, they loved him on Love is Blind. And basically, if you don't know what that is, it's like a dating reality show where these people, they start talking to each other, but they can't see what the other person looks like, and basically they have about like maybe a week or something to match up with somebody and to choose somebody who they could potentially see themselves marrying. Okay, and all of the girls loved Shane because he was somebody who was just so energetic. He had so much energy all the time. Like, he literally sounded like he was drinking like 20 pounds, or excuse me, pounds, just like 20 ounces of coffee. Like, he was just chugging it down, right? Just, it was crazy. So everybody loved him. Everybody loved the energy that he brought to the table, that he brought to the room, and he was just fun to talk to, right? Because he was just so excited about everything. He was somebody who pumped people up and made people feel so motivated and just so happy, and I just feel like that is the energy that I'm picking up from your person. And I do want to say here, I feel like your person is somebody who doesn't hide what they are thinking. They don't hide their feelings. They don't try to wear some type of mask, right? That is not them. That's not them at all. They are always just truly authentic with who they are, authentic with their emotions. They have nothing to hide, and so I really think that people really appreciate that side of them, and I do think that you will appreciate that side to them as well, because you are never going to second guess like their feelings. You're never going to be left in the dark or doubting how they feel about you, because they are just 110% about honesty, right? They are just always honest, and you know, what they show you is what you get, and I think that that is so amazing to see here. I'm also getting the idea, I feel like whenever it comes to the way that they are going to look, I do think that they could definitely be taller than average, than the average person. So if this is somebody who is more masculine, if they identify as being male, then I do think that they could be 5'8", 5'10", and up, maybe even 6 foot or taller. For the women, I think that they could be 5'7" and up, but at the end of the day, this is a very general reading, so some of you guys might find a shorty, and you may be like coming back to this reading saying like, Cameron, what, like, you said that they were going to be tall, and yet here I am with a little shorty. Okay, well guys, I think that, again, you know, this is a very general reading, so for some of you guys, your person may not be super tall, but I don't think that they have to be tall, if that makes any sense. Like, on the outside, like, whenever you're with them, it feels like you're with a tall person, because, you know, tall people are synonymous with being very confident, with being larger than life, right? And I think that your person is very confident. They have this larger than life type of persona, type of attitude and personality. And so this is just somebody who, even if they're not a tall person, they carry themselves like they are tall, okay? And I think that that is just so awesome and so exciting to see here. You are definitely just going to be so energized whenever you are with them. You know, whenever you're with them, you're just going to be feeling so pumped up and so, like, you know, just so excited about life and about what is in store for you guys, and especially what is in store for the sexual side of things, okay? Now, guys, talking about this King card, this talks about somebody who is a freaking leader, okay? They lead by example. They have people who are following them and will do anything that they say, right? So I feel like for some of you guys, your person could honestly be somebody who is very who like can influence people, and they could potentially be an influencer. So maybe this person is somebody who does things on social media. Maybe they have a big social media platform or social media following, and so maybe they you know, use social media as their job. Maybe they take on a lot of sponsorships and they try to put people on any products that they are being paid to put out there, right? This could also represent that maybe your person is really into marketing. Maybe that is their passion, and so they have some type of job in marketing. This could even just represent that your person, wherever they find themselves at, whatever job they are pursuing, I just think that people view them as a leader, and I feel like wherever they are at, they are always slowly but surely going to find themselves being placed in leadership roles, okay? Because I just think that this person just has that type of energy, that type of personality that is meant to lead, right? So that's definitely coming through. And I do think that if your person is a boss of sorts, I think that everybody would love to have them as a boss, right? I think that they make a very fun boss, but at the same time, they can still be very what's the word, very serious, and they still take the job serious as well, okay? So yeah, I mean, all around, I just feel like your person, they're just awesome. They're just so freaking awesome, and I really think that they have so many friends and so many secret admirers and so many people who want to date them. I definitely think that this person never lacks in the lovers department. Okay, but yeah, anyways, that is what I'm seeing so far. Let's go ahead and move on to you, and this is going to be representing how your person views you. Okay, so first of all, guys, we have the owl card coming through, and the owl is synonymous with air energy, so you could be an air sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus. So I am talking about our lovely Geminis, Aquariuses, and Libras. Now, going off of that air energy, I definitely think that your person views you as somebody who is very witty and very charming, very smart and very wise as well. And so at the end of the day, your person, I think that your lover is very interested in hearing everything that you have to say, because I do think that you are a really great communicator, and I think that you are just somebody who people genuinely enjoy talking to as well. But what is so interesting about you is that I feel like your dynamic is very, very different from your person's dynamic. I really feel like you guys are each other's opposites, okay? Whereas your person, your lover, is somebody who is really big, has this huge energy. They are, you know, just so loud and dramatic and over the top, and they seem like somebody who is always like drinking so much coffee. I feel like you are the exact opposite, okay? Even though you are somebody who people enjoy talking to, who people enjoy conversing with, I do feel like you are somebody who prefers to be on your own. You're more of like a lone ranger, so to speak. I think that you are somebody who doesn't need to have like 1,001 friends to be happy or to be excited, right? You enjoy just being on your own and enjoying your own company. And I'm also getting this idea that you are just a very mysterious very mysterious person. I think that you are somebody who, again, because you don't feel the need to talk to so many people, you keep more to yourself, and that makes you very intriguing. I feel like a lot of people don't really know you that well, and I feel like because they don't know you that well, they are even more curious about getting to know you even more so, right? They just see you as somebody who's this like really big mystery to solve. You're this really big puzzle. And so I do think that your person, they see you as this puzzle, as this mystery. And I do think that one of the biggest things that is going to attract them towards you whenever you guys first meet is the fact that you're very mysterious, right? They are just somebody who they want to know all about you. They want to know all about you, and even though you are somebody who you're more quiet, more to yourself, whenever you do talk again, you just have so many cool things to say. I think that you are quite funny and very charming, and so even though they don't know you that well, what they do get from you, it's like awesome, and it's kind of like you're giving them little crumbs, and you're leaving them starving for more. Like, they just want to get to feast on you and feast on the finding out who you are, right? So that's really interesting to see here. And now I do want to say, this is really, really crazy. Like, the vibes that I'm getting from you and from this connection, it's really, really crazy. It's very interesting. So I'm kind of getting this idea, since we have the gossip card coming through, I think that you are somebody who is very, very powerful, and you have a lot of powerful information. Okay, I think that your lover sees you as somebody who knows a lot about everything, and they see you as somebody who knows a lot about different people as well. And so I'm kind of getting the vibe here, and I know this is coming from very left field, but this is like something that is coming to me right now. I feel like for a lot of you guys, I feel like you are somebody who is going to know something that your lover wants to know, okay? I feel like you are somebody who just has some type of information that is very interesting to them and very intriguing. So what I mean by that is, for some of you guys, maybe your next lover could be somebody who you work with. Maybe they are potentially your boss of sorts, and they could want to know more information about their employees, about what is going on in the office whenever they're not there. And so maybe they call you into their office and they ask you if you can kind of be like their spy, okay? They could be asking you if you could, feed them some information that they want to know, right? Or for some of you guys, I'm kind of thinking of SpongeBob. I'm thinking of the TV show SpongeBob, and I'm thinking of the characters Karen and Mr. Krabs, because you know how Karen, she is the wife of Plankton, and Plankton is always trying to like come up with these sneaky plans to steal the secret Krabby Patty formula from Plankton, right? And so I kind of am getting this idea. I'm thinking of Plankton, or excuse me, I'm thinking of Mr. Krabs trying to, get Karen away from Plankton, and trying to get Karen to cut a deal with him so that she could help him try to find out information as to what Plankton's next schemes are going to be. Okay, so guys, I'm just getting overall the idea that you are somebody, for a lot of you guys, for everyone that is watching this, you are somebody who has some type of information that your next lover is going to be interested in. And I think that your next lover is going to approach you about this information. And I do think that for the most part, that is going to be how you first meet, or at least first having more interaction with your next lover, okay? So if you work with your next lover, if your next lover is your boss, I think that before they approach you trying to ask you for this information, maybe you guys just had a very strict, boss-employee type of relationship, and maybe you guys never really talked that much unless you guys were talking about the job. But then as you cut this deal with them, as you decide to help them for your own like benefits as well, right? For your own benefits. Maybe your boss says they'll put in a good word with you with other people, and they'll try to, you know, connect you with other people within the business or whatever, within the company. But I just think that as you start to talk to them, that is going to be where you guys start to, you know, feel these sexual like vibes with each other and start to really like each other in a more like intimate way. But yeah, I mean, this is just very, very interesting and very intriguing. Please comment down below if you know what I'm talking about, if you are aware of who this person is in your life, because I'm honestly really intrigued to hear what you guys have to say. But anyways, guys, at the end of the day, what I am seeing here is that you guys are both very, very different. You guys are like night and day. You're more quiet. Your lover is more loud. You're more secretive, more mysterious. Your lover is super big and out there and just honest with who they are. But at the end of the day, I just feel like you guys are going to feel a really strong connection to each other, and you guys are not going to be able to explain that connection at all. It's just going to be there, and I think that connection is just going to be some type of spiritual connection that is tying you guys together. I really feel like for a lot of you guys, this was somebody who you were fated to meet. This could potentially be somebody who you are meant to have a long-term relationship with, or somebody who could even possibly be your soulmate of sorts. That is what I'm seeing here with these cards coming through, because if you look at these cards, these are both like purplish bluish colors that we are seeing right here. And purple, blue, you know, those colors, when it comes to spirituality, that talks about feeling an intense bond, an intense spiritual connection towards someone. And so I just think that you guys are not going to be able to explain it or describe it, but from the very beginning, from the moment you guys see each other, from the moment you guys start talking to each other, even though you guys are very, very different, there is going to be something pulling you guys together. It's going to feel very magnetic. And honestly, this intimate relationship you guys are going to have and develop over time is going to feel like something that was inevitable, something that was just meant to happen. And I think for some of you guys, you could be avoiding the inevitable. You could be trying to keep yourselves apart and keep things very just, you know, work-centered, work-focused. But I think at the end of the day, you guys are not going to be able to deny the sexual chemistry that you guys have with each other, and you guys are going to slowly but surely, you know, come together, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. And I am getting some messages already about what y'all's, you know, sexual relationship is going to be like. And what I'm seeing here is, first of all, with the elephant obviously has like huge ears, right? And so I think that your person, they are going to love hearing your sexual noises, the noises that you make whenever you guys are together, whenever you guys are sharing in these intimate acts. They are just going to love hearing your moans, your groans, the way that you catch your breath, right, whenever you guys are together. And I think that they are also going to just love hearing you, hearing what you want them to do to you, hearing what you have to say, because at the end of the day, again, what really drew them towards you was the fact that you are a great conversationalist. You are somebody who's very witty, who has all these, you know, just incredible things to say. And so I do think that at the end of the day, whether you guys are, you know, having sexual interactions with each other or not, your person is always just going to want to hear what you have to say, right? I really feel like they are going to try to get you to have a lot of pillow talk with them, which I think is really cute. I definitely think that your lover is going to be the one that wants to maybe try to deepen this connection. They could definitely be upfront with wanting to get to know you better and wanting things to not just be, you know, physical, right? And to not just be on a physical level. They could be somebody who wants something more tangible, more emotional with you. And what better way to build up that emotional connection than to have some pillow talk after, you know, y'all's fun times. Now, what I'm also seeing here is your eyes. That is really catching me. The fact that your spirit animal has these gorgeous eyes. And so I do think that your person is really going to be drawn towards your eyes. And I think that eye contact is going to be something that they really, really like and really, really want whenever you guys are together. So I definitely think whenever you guys are having these sexual encounters, that eye contact is going to be their thing. If you ever look away from them whenever you guys are together, together, whenever you guys are, you know, getting it on, I definitely think that they will be very assertive with you and tell you, like, no, don't look away from me. Look at me. I want to be with you and experience this with you. So stare at me, baby, please. That is what I'm hearing. That is what I'm hearing. They are just going to be all about that eye contact. And I think that it's really going to take things to a whole new level. It's going to, you know, put an even deeper, it's going to bring things to an even more deeper level between you guys, because as you guys are like inside each other, you guys are going to be looking inside each other's eyes as well. So I definitely think, whether you want to admit it to yourself at first or not, I think that you guys are going to have a very, very spiritual and deep connection. And as you guys keep on, you know, being together and experiencing, you know, these feelings with each other, this physical connection, you guys are going to slowly but surely just have such a strong emotional connection as well. And I do feel like on your side of things, I don't think, or at least how your lover views you, as somebody who is not interested in having a relationship with them. They view you as somebody who doesn't want to take this physical connection to an emotional connection. And so I think that makes them want to try even harder at trying to win you over, at trying to get you on their side and get you to admit to your feelings for them and get you to just, you know, open up to them and start to, you know, date them as well. So yeah, that's very intriguing. And I do want to say, with the gossip card coming through, there is this energy here where your partner, your next lover, they are kind of afraid about what you might say about them. I think that for a long time, they are not going to be with you. They're going to try to, you know, deny themselves this, these feelings that they have for you, and deny themselves, you know, trying to court you and pursue you, because they are afraid that you might tell people at work or just tell other people that you guys are together. Because I do think at the end of the day, because you guys are, you guys could have a business relationship with each other, it could be a big no-no or be very frowned upon that you guys are having this intimate connection. So I do think that they are very intimidated by you. They are very afraid of the fact that you might, you know, spill the beans and tell people what's going on with you guys. So that is definitely going to be something that keeps them from, you know, continuing on trying to, you know, have a sexual relationship with you. That could definitely be keeping them back. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing so far. But I do think that as you guys start to get together, as you guys start to have this sexual relationship, that those feelings of secrecy eventually is going to go out the window. Because I do think that at the end of the day, this is somebody, your person is somebody who doesn't like secrets. They don't like being secretive. They're very like, you know, what you see is what you get. And I do think that once they have this connection with you, once they feel these intense feelings for you, that they don't care if they're your boss or if, you know, they don't care what people will think or say. They will want to let everyone know that you're their person and that you guys are dating, okay? So, yeah, that's definitely coming through. Let's go ahead and talk about the cards that are coming through for you guys. Let's talk about what y'all's sexual relationship will be like. Oh, and I do want to say, before I get into this, for those of you who are watching this, your person, your lover, does not have to be your boss. This could be somebody who you work with, or somebody from a different company, or somebody who just wants some type of information from you. Okay? So for some of you guys, this could be somebody who, you know, maybe they just want some information on somebody who you know. Maybe they want some information about something that you're very knowledgeable about. So they could be trying to come up to you and get that information, trying to come up with you and cut deals where you can help them out, right? So at the end of the day, I don't want you to feel like this person has to be your boss. They don't have to be your boss at all, but I do think that for at least, you know, 40% of you guys, even 50%, that this could actually be your boss. But for the other half of you guys, this person could just be somebody who, again, wants some type of information from you. They're very interested in what you can give them. Okay? So let's go ahead and find out what y'all's sexual, intimate relationship is going to be like. Okay? Spirit, can we get some extra information, please? Can we get some extra information, please? Alrighty. Alrighty, let's get some extra information. Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay, that's very, very interesting. So guys, first of all, look at this. For the back of the deck energy, we have desire coming through it. Desire, like, yes, your person is going to have so much desire for you. I feel like there's just going to be so much leading up to you guys, you know, having that physical connection. I do think that for a lot of you guys that this is going to be something that builds up. It's going to be something that you guys don't immediately enact upon, right? You guys are going to want to try to keep this, like, you know, business type of vibe, type of relationship between each other. You guys are not going to want to mix business with pleasure. And so for a long time, for months or maybe even a year, you guys are going to deny yourselves these feelings for each other. But it's just going to build up, and at one point I feel like there's going to be an explosion, and you guys are just going to, you know, come together and have this explosive, you know, connection and physical, intimate moment, and it's just going to be amazing from there on out. Okay, but let's go ahead and talk about these other cards. So first of all, guys, we have empathy coming through. We also have gender fluid. We have self-determination. And last but not least, we have porn coming through. Okay, so guys, first of all, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know exactly what self-determination means. I haven't used this deck, like, that many times, enough to where I know what every card represents. So I am going to go ahead and just look in here, look in the book, and find out what that means. Okay, so just give me 1 second, please. All right, it says right here, a recognition of the individual's capacity for autonomous and independent choice. And wow, that's actually very interesting. And that makes so much sense. Okay. So I really feel like whenever you guys come together, you guys are really going to be choosing to be with each other. You guys are going to be choosing to have this physical connection with each other. And I think that that is going to bring an even more powerful, intense feeling to this physical affair. Okay? And what I mean by that is, again, I feel like you are somebody, or at least your lover sees you as somebody who is very quiet. You are somebody who doesn't like to hang out with a ton of people, and I feel like you are very, very choosy as to who you decide to be with physically, who you decide to associate with, who you decide to be friends with. And so whenever you decide to be with them, whenever you tell them that you want to experience a sexual connection with them, that is just going to be so incredible to them. It's just going to be something that makes them feel so grateful and so treasured and so powerful as well, because they know that, I'm sorry guys, my camera stopped, but they just know that you are somebody who doesn't like to be with a lot of people. You don't like to have a lot of lovers, so they know that you deciding to be with them, that is a very significant thing. So I feel like whenever you say, okay, I'm ready, let's do this, they're gonna be like, me? You choose me? Really? And honestly, I see them kind of trying to either hold back tears, because again, they're very emotional, very dramatic, or they could be trying to hold back cheers, okay? So they're either going to be crying from joy, or they're going to be wanting to, like, you know, just clap and, you know, jump around out of excitement, out of joy. So that's really, really cool, and I love that. That is so, so, so sweet to see. Oh my gosh. And I'm also getting the idea, I really feel like you are honestly going to be very assertive with them. You're going to be very like fiendish as well. And if you are somebody who you've never, like, you know, been somebody very assertive, you've never been somebody who has been quite dominant in relationships before, in sexual relationships, I feel like that is going to change whenever you are with this person, right? I feel like they are just gonna bring out this like sexual deviancy within you, because I do think that at the end of the day, since your person is represented as being like a fire sign, you know, they are very fiery, and I really feel like they are somebody who is probably really into BDSM, really into, you know, the dom submissive type of thing, and this is somebody who really likes to explore themselves and really likes to, you know, try out new sexual things. So I definitely think that they're gonna bring out this like sexual deviancy from you, and I think that you are really going to enjoy, you know, being dominant towards them and telling them exactly what you want them to do and exactly where you want them to do these things at, right? So I do think that you guys are going to have a very intense connection. You guys are going to have a very hardcore connection as well. I see you guys really going out of y'all's comfort zone and doing new things. I see you guys maybe trying to, you know, go to public places and try to do some sexual fiendish things there. Maybe try to go into like a bathroom and have fun in there, right? I see you guys maybe trying to go to like a sex club or go to a sex shop and buy like little sex toys. I just see you guys really exploring yourselves together and really opening up a whole new side of what a physical intimate connection can entail. Now I'm also seeing here with the empathy card that your person, I really think they are just going to be so empathic and they're just gonna feel things so very, very deeply for you, and I think that they're going to also bring that side out of you as well. And I do think that they are sooner rather than later going to get you to start talking about your feelings. They're going to get you to finally say yes to having pillow talk with them, and slowly but surely you will start to open up towards them, and you will start to, you know, just tell them how you feel and what you think about them and all that, right? Which I think is really cool, because honestly, I really do feel like your person sees you as somebody who tries to like wear a mask. They see you as somebody who keeps your feelings very under wraps, and you're just not all out in the open with what you think, with how you feel. And so to get you to like have this pillow talk with them, to get you to agree to talk to them about your feelings, that is going to really bring this connection to an even, you know, deeper bond, right? So yeah, I see you guys having like some fiendish things, some fun times, and I also see you guys having really serious and really beautiful times as well, as you share in this connection and sharing y'all's feelings and talk about y'all's intentions towards each other. I also see you guys maybe trying to like watch porn and get different ideas about what you want to do with each other from there as well. I see you guys having fun as you guys watch what other people are doing and, you know, just try to get some ideas from it. I'm also getting the idea here with gender fluid. This is just talking about how you guys are both going to be able to have different roles, right? I feel like you guys can both be very soft, but on the other hand, you guys can both be very strong and very tough as well. And I do see you guys kind of switching off on who is the dominant one, who is the submissive one. And I think that that is going to be something that you guys really enjoy doing. That's going to be something that really keeps things interesting, right? So, you know, from one sexual encounter, I see you guys, you know, one of you guys being very dominant towards each other. Let's say, for example, you're the dominant one, and then in the next sexual encounter, I see you being very submissive and them being very dominant as well. Okay, so yeah, that's very, very interesting. Let's go ahead and get some extra information. Spirit, can we get some extra information, please? What will their next sexual encounter be like? What will their next sexual encounter be like, Spirit? Okay. Aw, that's really sweet. That's really, really sweet. Let's get some extra information, Spirit. Can we get some extra information? What will their next sexual encounter, their next intimate encounter be like? Okay. And can we get one more card? Wow. Okay, beautiful. And then, oh, you know what? I think I want one more. One more. Okay. Oh, I love that. Now, guys, before I get into these cards, I am going to go ahead and pull from the physical traits as well. So, Spirit, can we get some physical traits for Group 1's next lover? What are they going to look like, Spirit? Can we get some physical traits, please? Some physical traits. Okay. And we're going to get our initials as well. What are going to be some initials of Group 1's next lover? Can we get some initials, please? Some initials. And I do think I want to just pull from my Who, What, When, my Who, What, Where card. So this is going to be about your lover, about who they are, what they might like to do, where you guys might meet. So let's get some extra information, Spirit. Can we get some extra information about their next lover? Ooh, wow, okay. That was a lot of cards. I'm gonna get maybe one or two more. Let's pull that one. One or two more. Let's pull that one. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Let's talk about this information. Okay, guys, look at this. So first of all, we have your first kiss will be within 1 year from now. So yeah, guys, within 1 year from now, you guys will be having y'all's first kiss and maybe even y'all's first sexual encounter. We have has lost a loved one within the last year, so definitely, you know, look out for someone who has lost someone very recently or within the past year, because that will definitely be a sign as to who your next lover is going to be. And this honestly makes a lot of sense. We have spends their money quickly. So yeah, again, your person's very big. I feel like they're very showy as well. I think that this is somebody who probably has a hard time saving their money. But that doesn't mean that they don't have, you know, like a little, you know, a little, what's it called? A little bank account for emergencies, right? They may have some small type of funds there, but I do think that for the most part, they do like to spend their money. They like to have a good time. They like to go out shopping. They like to buy things for themselves, buy things for you, if you guys, you know, actually build a relationship with each other. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing there. Let's talk about what they are going to look like. Yeah, look at that. We have intense stare coming through. Your person is really going to be all about that intense stare especially whenever you guys are having this like physical connection with each other. Whenever you guys are together for the first time, they are going to be staring at you. They're going to be all about that eye contact. And I really think that you yourself are just going to love their eyes. There's going to be something very beautiful about their eyes. And I think it's because they are just very expressive, right? They're very, very expressive, and you can tell when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're upset, just by looking at them, okay? Oh my gosh, look at this. This makes so much sense. Not your usual type. So yeah, this is going to be somebody who you're not usually attracted to. And again, that makes so much sense because your person is so different from you. You guys are you are each other's opposites, but in this scenario, opposites are going to attract. We have motorcycle vibes coming through. So your person could be somebody who likes to spend their money on motorcycles, or maybe they just like to dress very like motorcycle-y, right? Maybe they like to wear leather jackets. Maybe they like to have like longish hair. Maybe they just have a beard going on if they're more masculine. But there's something about them that gives them that like edge, that sexy edge that you're really gonna like. We have freckles. So yeah, maybe they spend a lot of time out in the sun. Maybe they're very tanned, and because of that, they have a lot of freckles as well. Okay, or maybe they have red hair. Maybe they have red hair. For some of you guys, they could have red hair, because usually people with red hair, they have the cute little freckles as well. But anyways, guys, we also had mysterious, which honestly, it's very very interesting because I felt like you were the one that was more mysterious. But, you know, at the end of the day, your person is just somebody who you have never been with before. They are not like anybody else. Again, they are outside of your usual type, so that could cause them to be very mysterious. And also, this could be talking about how, especially if you guys are working together, or if you guys, again, are just trying to keep that business type of relationship with one another, they are not going to be upfront like they usually are with their feelings for you. They're going to be trying to deny themselves their feelings for you. And so it is going to cause you to be very intrigued by them. It's going to cause you to want to know more about them. It's going to cause them to be very mysterious as you try to figure out whether they like you or not, right? Now, for the initials, we have F coming through. We also have a Y. We have a V. An R. And last but not least, we have an S. So, guys, you know, your person could have one of those initials, first, middle, or last, so definitely keep that in mind. Now, let's go ahead and talk about these other cards. So, we have the Charm of Simplicity. We have Love Yourself First, and it says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. We have Dowsing Rod, and it says no. And then last but not least, we have Full Moon with Manifest. So, guys, I really think that this no is coming through to represent how you guys, for the longest time, are going to be trying to deny this first time. You guys are going to try to deny y'all's, like, sexual feelings for each other, the attraction that you guys feel towards one another. You guys are going to keep on trying to say, no, we shouldn't mix business with pleasure. We shouldn't do that at all. No, 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 no. But you guys are just not going to be able to help yourselves. Like, it's just going to get to, like, a boiling point, and you guys are going to want to be together. And I really feel like whenever you guys are first together, whenever you guys experience this, like, intimate connection with one another, that things are just going to be very, very simple, very straight to the point. That's what I'm seeing here with the Charm of Simplicity. You know, it's not going to matter where you guys are at. It's not going to matter if you guys are at the office, if you guys are, you know, sharing information at a restaurant or whatever. Wherever you guys are going to tell each other, you know what, I want you. I can't take this anymore. I'm so attracted to you. And right then and there, you guys are going to get together, right? You guys could, like, go to that, you know, restaurant, go to the restaurant's bathroom and, you know, have fun together. You guys could go to one of each other's vehicles. You guys could, you know, just, you know, do it right there in the office, okay? I just think that at the end of the day, wherever you guys are at, y'all are simply just gonna lay it all out, tell each other that y'all want to, you know, get together physically, and it's gonna happen just like that. And with the Love Yourself First card coming through, I really think this is representing how your person, your lover, is going to be so interested in you because of the fact that, again, you have so much self-respect, so much love for yourself, that it's just going to make you 10 times more attractive towards them. And at the end of the day, with Manifest coming through, I do think whether you guys want to admit it to yourselves or not, you guys, like, this is something that you guys had wanted to happen for a long time before you guys get together. This is something that you guys had thought about so many times. This is something you guys had daydreamed about and had maybe even sometimes found yourselves, like, praying over. You guys just wanted to be together. You guys wanted to be together, and you guys are going to come together. You guys are going to manifest this connection and this physical, intimate relationship, and it's just going to be absolutely incredible. So, yes, guys, that is what I am seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, Group 2. So you chose the beautiful Starfish card today. Then, hey, hello, my gorgeous little butterflies, and Thank you for fluttering on by. So, guys, before we get into the tarot portion of this reading today and find out exactly what your next sexual encounter will be like, we are first going to be talking about the spirit animal and archetype cards that you received today. So first of all, guys, with the Starfish and Samaritan card, this is going to be representing your next lover's overall energy and personality traits. And then with the Horse and the Seeker cards, this is representing how your next lover views you, how they view your energy, your overall personality traits, right? So let's go ahead and discuss that, okay? I'm sorry, guys. I had a bit of a brain fart. I don't know why. Maybe I need some coffee. I don't know. I've been trying to drink decaf a lot lately, and maybe I just need some caffeine. But anyways, guys, let's get on with this, shall we? So, first of all, with the Starfish card coming through, this is synonymous with water energy. So, your next lover could definitely be a water sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus. So, I am talking about our gorgeous Pisces, Cancers, Scorpios, okay? And with that water energy coming through, I really quickly just want to, give you some more information as to what personality traits water signs have. So whenever I think of water signs, these people are people who feel things very, very deeply. These people are also very compassionate and sympathetic towards other people as well. And it's almost like they can feel other people's emotions too. Okay, they're very intuitive and they're very good at being able to figure out how other people are feeling. They're very good at reading the overall vibes of the room, right? These people are also very artistic, and these people are very creative as well. So at the end of the day, I'm just getting the idea that your person, this is somebody who, again, feels things very deeply. What's interesting here is whenever I'm seeing the starfish, these people are the type of animals. Did I say people? These animals, they stick towards surfaces, right? Like they're very sticky, okay? And so I'm getting the idea here that your person, they are somebody who is very, very loyal, and once they find their friends, once they figure out who they love, they just stick to them like nobody else's business, okay? So I would honestly say that your person, your lover, I do think that they could be a little clingy at times. This is somebody who, they're just, they know who they like. They know who they like. They know who they love. They know who their friends are, and they will stick to them through the thick, through the thin. And I really think that if this is somebody who you don't just have a one and done type of thing, if this is somebody who you continue to have a sexual relationship with, I really think that you could start to appreciate that quality within them, because this is somebody who you can always count on 110% of the time. This is somebody who is very, very loyal, and they will literally follow you towards the ends of the earth and back, right? That is just a type of person who they are, and I think that that is just such a lovely energy that I'm receiving here. I really think that these people are just very, very warm, and they are quite happy people as well. I think that people like to hang out with your lover. They love to be in the same room with them because they just seem like genuinely happy people, and they just brighten the room wherever they are. I also want to say that your person is somebody who is very positive as well. I think this is somebody who can always see the best in every single situation they are in. They can always see the best in others. So even whenever they themselves are going through harder moments within their life, they are just always able to pick themselves up and find a reason to smile. And I think that that is just such a beautiful thing to say, or to see. And I also think that this is going to be somebody who motivates you and motivates other people who are around them to get back up as well, and to keep on trying, keep on pushing ahead. And so I do think that people like to be around them because they motivate them to just keep on going and to not ever give up. So that is so lovely. It's so lovely to see. I'm also seeing for you guys that your person on a physical level, I do think that they are very, very attractive. I think that the features that they have is something that other people really admire. And I do think that a lot of people just find themselves like looking at your person all the time because they are just that pretty. Now, the reason why I'm seeing that is because starfish, they are one of the prettiest sea creatures in the sea, right? They are synonymous with just being so beautiful, and everybody just wishes that they could have their own little starfish, right? So yeah, I do think that your person, they are just somebody who people really, really like. I think that a lot of people are probably interested in being in a relationship with them because they are just very attractive as well. And at the end of the day, with Samaritan coming through, I definitely think that your person is just a very kind, generous, compassionate person because they can see the best in everyone. They love to help absolutely everybody. I think this is somebody who would literally go up to a stranger on the street and would help them out, right? If they saw like a little old lady trying to cross the road, I see them trying to get outside of their vehicle to help escort them across the street. If they see a hobo on the street and it's like cold outside, they will go and buy them a hot cocoa, or they would go and give them some money, give them, the shirt off their backs to make them feel more warm, to make them feel more comfortable, right? That is just the type of person your next lover is. They are just so, so, so loving. They have so much love to give, and they are so giving with it. So that is so, so sweet. Oh, I love that. I love your person, group 2. I love them so much. But moving on to you, we have the horse card coming through, and this does represent earth energy. And so for the earth signs, I'm talking about Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You could be one of those signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. And touching on that type of earthy vibe, I definitely feel like your person sees you as somebody who is very self-motivated. You are somebody who is very determined and ambitious, and whatever career or pathway you decide to go on, you will just keep on going. Even when the going gets tough, you will just drive towards success and drive towards the life that you want, right? Just whatever it is you decide to, have, you will get it. You will go after it. You are a go-getter. And I definitely think that they are going to enjoy that side of you. And that will definitely be something that initially draws them towards you. They just love how successful you are. They love how ambitious you are, how determined you are. That is definitely something that turns them on. And now what's very interesting, though, is with Seeker coming through, this is kind of giving me like a Sagittarius energy, okay? Because even though we were getting those like earth vibes, Sagittarius people, these are the type of folks who are also very ambitious. They are also very determined to succeed. There are also people who are go-getters, okay? But these people are also seekers. These are the type of people who are always like interested about the world and curious about the world. These are the type of people who have like a sense of wanderlust. They love to travel. They love to learn new things. These are also the type of people who don't like to be tied down. They don't like to be in relationships for a very long time because they constantly want to grow. They constantly want to learn new things and experience life and experience new relationships. Now, that doesn't mean that Sagittarius people cannot be in relationships. That doesn't mean that they can't commit. I just think that it takes a really special person for them to decide to commit to them, right? And so at the end of the day, I definitely think that your person, your lover, is going to view you as somebody who, on one hand, is very ambitious. You are somebody who is going to, have that earthy type of drive to go after absolutely anything you want to go after. But on the other hand, you are also somebody who can let your hair down and have a good time, right? You can have fun, and you like to, just go out and experience life and experience the world like no one else's business, right? Because the one thing about earth people is that, earth signs, Capricorns, Taurus, Virgos, these are the type of people who are so all about work that sometimes they struggle having that work home type of balance, right? These people, instead of going out and having a good time, they would decide to stay in and work at their job. They would decide to pick up some extra hours and work after hours even. But since we are getting that Sagittarius energy, I feel like you are somebody who likes to go out and just have a good freaking time. And so I do think that your person is really going to love that side to you. They are really going to be interested in the fact that you are not just all work all the time. You are somebody who you like to work, but you also like to play. And so, hey guys, so sorry about that. My camera ended up dying, so I had to charge it for about an hour. But, you know, now your girl's back, and she's better than ever before. Okay? Let's go ahead and keep on talking about what we were talking about, shall we? So, like I was saying, they are just going to be all here for the fact that you're not just all work. You also like to play. So I think that at the end of the day, they're really going to be interested in the fact that you are just like the whole package. Like, you have it all. You work hard, you play hard, you're fun to be around. I really think that in general, you have a lot of people that like to hang out with you. You probably have a lot of people that like to be your friend, and this person is no different than anybody else. Like, they want to be your friend, but they definitely want to be your friend with benefits, okay? You know what I mean? But going off of that, going into the more like naughtier side of things, I definitely think the first time with this like encounter that you guys are going to be having, I think that they are going to be all up in your business. They're going to be like just stuck to you like glue, like white on a wall, like paint on the wall, okay? Because like with the starfish card coming through, like I was saying before, this sticks to things. And I was saying before that your person is maybe a little bit clingy as well. So especially in like the romantic side of things in the bedroom, whenever they are with you in the sexual encounter, they are going to be stuck to you like white on rice, okay? And I feel like after you guys are like done, okay, I think that this is going to be somebody who craves pillow talk. They are going to want you to stay. They're going to want to cuddle with you. They're going to want to try to like convince you to just hang out with them and have a good time with them and talk about y'all's days and y'all's feelings and stuff like that. Because like I was saying, like your lover, like they are just very like all up in their feelings. They're very sweet and emotional and kind and nice. And so I just think that after they're with you, they are going to want to talk to you more and hang out with you, okay? For them, I really think that this person, they are not just going to want to have a fling with you, because I don't see this person with their energy, with their personality traits, being somebody that just likes to have a fling, being somebody that just likes to one and done it, right? Like, this is somebody who wants something more. And so I definitely think whether you want it or not, they are going to want something more with you, and they're going to try to, you know, get the lay of the land. They're going to try to see like how you're feeling. They're going to try to figure out if you want to try to, you know, make something of this, okay? Make something out of just a physical connection. Find something deeper, right? I think that's very sweet. I'm also getting here that your lover, they are really gonna like your hair. I think that there's something really beautiful about your hair that just catches their eye, and while they are with you, while they are having this sexual encounter with you, they are just gonna be all about your hair, like running their hands through it, touching it. They could even like other areas of your body, like if it has hair. I feel like if you are somebody, like, you know, if you're someone who is kind of insecure about hair, if you're somebody who likes to shave and be clean, like completely like shaven everywhere all the time, and you end up being with this person and at that one moment you're not shaved, don't worry about it, because I think that this person, they like your hair. They like your hair. They love it. And whether you have hair down there or hair right here in the pits, okay, like they're going to be all into that Europeanness. Okay, they're going to like it. The hairier the better, okay? I definitely think that. I mean, I know that's a little weird, but you know, they're a little weird. Okay, I think that your lover is gonna like hair, any hair, that you have on your body, they're gonna be into it. So if you are somebody who you're more masculine and you're watching this and you have like chest hair, definitely like chest hair it up, because I think your person is gonna like it. They're gonna want to like run their hands all down your chest and, you know, massage your chest and feel the hair, right? That's really funny. But yeah, they're just going to be into it, okay? Guys, how long can I go talking about hair? I feel like I've been talking about hair for like 5 minutes. But anyways, I think the biggest thing that is coming through here, though, is that your person, while you guys are together this first time, while you guys are, you know, experiencing this intimate connection, I do think that they are going to be worried that you are not going to want to, you know, have anything deeper from this. I think that they see you as somebody who is an explorer. They see you as somebody who is always on to the next thing, and they're really fearful that you are not going to be interested in continuing this with them. They're very fearful that you're not going to want to get to know them better on not just like an intimate level, but on an emotional level as well. They don't just want to be with you for your body. They want to be with you for your mind, for your personality, for your soul, right? Like, they like you. This isn't somebody, your lover group 2 isn't somebody who just likes to be in physical connections. They are somebody who wants it all, and they want it all with you, right? So if you are somebody who just wants to have a good time, I just want to tell you right now that they are not like that. The next person who you're going to be with, they are not like that at all. They are not just there for the good time. They're there for the long time. Okay, so that's definitely coming through. I'm also getting this idea. I'm getting like 2 different messages. So for half of you, I really think that you, group 2, you could be going on some type of trip or on some type of little adventure whenever you end up meeting this person and being with them. So the reason why I'm seeing that is because we literally have the Seeker card coming through, and this person, the Seeker, looks like a traveler, right? They look like they've been really looking at the world and having fun. And so I do think for some of you guys, maybe you're going to be on like a trip or a vacation whenever you meet your next lover. Maybe for some of you guys, you could be going on some type of fun adventure. Maybe you are just going to the next town over so you can go see a music concert or something like that. But I see for half of you guys, you are going to be making some type of trip, some type of ride, and that is going to be where you end up meeting this person. So maybe you are going to meet this person at that concert. Maybe you are going to meet this person at like a bar after you stop after driving for a while on your trip or whatever. But I see you meeting this person maybe while you're traveling or going somewhere that's a little bit further out, okay? Now, for the other half of you, I think this is again just representing how they feel like your lover just feels like you are a traveler of people, not just of places. Does that make sense? Like, they feel like you are somebody, again, who doesn't like to be tied down. You like to have experiences, new experiences. And so, honestly, I feel like they are going to look at you as somebody who is somewhat of a player. But at the end of the day, I think that you are someone who is very honest, or they view you as somebody who is very honest about who you are, about what you want and what you expect and what your intentions are. And so even though they're seeing you as somebody who is a bit of a player, they're not seeing you as somebody who is deceitful, right? You're very out in the open about who you are, about what you like, about the fact that you are not necessarily a serious relationship type of person. You're more of a I want to have fun type of person, right? So that's going to be all out on the table, and yet they're still going to decide to want to be with you for that night because they just really like you. I think that they're going to feel some type of inexplicable bond towards you, and they're going to want to experience this. Even if that experience, excuse me guys, even if that experience causes them to be a little sad at the end because that experience will only be a one-time experience, okay? But at the end of the at the end of the day, it's up to you on whether you want this to be a one-time experience or whether you want to continue to explore this bond with them, because just know that that is definitely on the table for your lover. They definitely want to continue, you know, getting to know you better and being able to create something with you. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some more information. Spirit, can we get some messages, please? What will the group two's next sexual encounter be like with this starfish person? Can we get some messages, please? What will their next experience, their next sexual experience be like with their person? Okay. Yeah, look at that. That is interesting. Oh, wowzers. Okay, we're gonna just take one of these cards. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I want anything else. Oh, it already came out. So, wow. Okay. Okay there. This is fun to see. So, first of all, for the back of the deck energy, we have tits coming through. So, yeah, I feel like your person, if you are somebody who is more feminine, you identify as being a female, then I feel like your lover is definitely going to be all about your boobage. Okay, they're definitely going to be wanting to touch your cleavage, touch your boobs while you guys are having this sexual encounter. They're definitely going to be all up in that side of things. I feel like they could even be like motorboating them, right? Now, if this is reverse, if you are a more masculine person, if you identify as being male, then I feel like you are going to enjoy your lover's boobs and you're gonna motorboat their boobs as well, maybe. Okay, but let's go ahead and talk about these other cards. So, we have drag coming through. We also have exhibitionism. We have asking, self-determination, and we also have queer. So guys, honestly, for some of you guys that are watching this, you could be someone who is all about that queer love, okay? You could be somebody who is part of the LGBTQ community, and if you are, then this is just, you know, further clarification, okay? But for those of you who are not a part of the LGBTQ community, that is completely okay. Just take it with a grain of salt. Again, I am talking to a really huge audience, okay? So some of you guys might be a proud member of that community, but others of you might be supportive of the community, but you are, you know, more, you are a straight type of person. Okay, you're into that straight love. Okay. But anyways, guys, let's talk about what else is coming through here. So for some of you guys, honestly, maybe you are going to be meeting this person at like a drag bar or something. That is definitely coming through here. With the exhibitionism coming through, I definitely think that whenever you guys are together, that one or both of you guys are really gonna love watching the other person like fondle themselves and do things to themselves, and that is definitely going to be something that turns y'all on. And I feel like if that is something that you guys both really like, I feel like it will more so be on your side, okay? Because like I was saying before, we have starfish coming through to represent your lover. So I definitely think that your lover is somebody who more so likes to touch than just watch, right? Like they want to be all up in your business, okay? All up on your body. They want to get to know you better, definitely physically. So you could be the one that really enjoys watching them like undress. You could really enjoy watching them maybe like touch themselves as they look at you. But I definitely think that your lover is not going to let you do that for long. Like they are going to come up to you as fast as they can and, you know, touch you and get to know your body more. So yeah, I definitely see this like exhibitionism maybe taking place before you guys have the main event, before you guys go the long haul and have the whole sexual encounter, right? Does that make sense? So just like undressing, you know, watching each other undress and just seeing everything that you guys have to offer, okay? So yeah. Going on, we have asking. So I think that's really, really cute. I just think that you guys are both going to be asking each other, like, is this okay? Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do that? But what's funny about this is I do feel like that is more so representing your lover. I think that, again, they're very compassionate, they're very loving, they're very empathetic, and I think that they're going to show that compassion and show that love and empathy by asking you, is it okay if I do this? Is it okay if I do that? Is it okay if I touch you here or touch you there? How are you feeling? Do you like this? Do you want me to do something else? Do you want me to do something different? I see them just being very, very communicative, and I think that that is very lovely. But what's so funny here is that we literally have self-determination right here. And if you can see this girl, she has like her shoe, and her shoe is like pressing down on this guy's mouth, right? So the guy can't even talk. And so I do think that you are somebody who you are much more aggressive in the bedroom, and I think whenever you are with them, you're gonna let this person like ask like, okay, can I do this, can I do that, and you'll be like, yeah, you can do that, of course you can. But you know, after like a few minutes, you're gonna be like, enough of that, like shh, I just want to do whatever I want to you now, okay? You know what I mean? Like, enough talking, let's get to business and let's do this, okay? So I definitely think you're going to be a lot more aggressive. Your person's going to be very soft, very sweet, very emotional, and you're going to be like hardcore. You're going to be like, let's do this, let's get it on, okay? And they're just going to be going along for the ride. I definitely think they're going to be maybe taken aback a little bit in this moment with you, but they're going to be here for it. They're going to, you know, be like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards, okay? So for group 2, can we get some messages, please, for group 2? What is it gonna be like? Oh, wow, 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 mama! This is really crazy. Ooh, guys. It's getting a little hot in here. Oh my goodness. Let's see what else wants to come through for you. For group 2. Wow. Okay, we have 2 cards coming through. We'll take that. We'll take that. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's really sweet, you guys. Okay, let's get one more. There we go. Alrighty. Alrighty, lads. So before I talk about these cards, I do want to go ahead and just pull from the physical traits here for what your person might look like. Again, I was saying that they are definitely going to be like a pretty person. I definitely think that they're going to look very nice on the outside. You're really going to appreciate their exterior, okay? Let's see what else wants to make an appearance for group 2. Spirit, can you help a girl out? Can you give me some, you know, physical traits? Alrighty, I'm going to put that right here, and let's take a look at the initials. Group 2, initials, please. Initial here, initial there. Let's get maybe 2 more. There we go. Alrighty, and let's go ahead. I did this for group number 1, so I want to do this for you too. I have to find, oh no, you guys, I can't find, oh, there it is. Here's my little deck. It's so tiny. Look, it's so easy to lose us, okay? And your girl, like me, I am so unorganized, so I'm over here losing all the cards. But this is my who, what, where deck, and basically this is just going to give us some extra information as to who your next lover is, what their interests might be, what their personality traits might be, and where you might meet them, okay? And that is the infinite question, right, as to where you might meet this person. I think I pulled 3 for group number 1, so I guess we'll do that. Okay. Now let's see what is coming through. Aww. That's cute. Okay, you guys. So, we have has lived in more than 1 country, so your person could also be quite well traveled, okay? And that could be something that really draws you towards them, because again, you're a very curious person. Like I was saying, your lover sees you as somebody who is very well traveled and who's very just intrigued by the world and by the people around you. And so I think that once you hear that this person, your lover, has traveled through different parts of the world, once you hear that they have lived in more than one country, that is definitely going to be like a big conversation starter. So if you end up meeting this person at like a drag bar or just any other bar or at like a music festival or something like that, whenever you hear that this person has been to more than one country, that is going to be what really like reels you in, what pulls you in. You're going to be like, okay, I want to hear more. Tell me more. So that is definitely going to be like the match to the candle. So yeah, let's see what else is coming through. We have has a tendency to be forgetful or late. So your person could be forgetful or late. You know, your person is quite pretty, so maybe they like to pretty themselves up a bit before they go anywhere. So they could be somebody who, even if they're more masculine and they identify as being male, maybe they spend like so long, like so much longer than necessary, like gelling up their hair and making sure it looks good. Maybe they even like to put on like bronzer or like tanning stuff or something like that. They could be very particular about their outfits, like what they wear. But yeah, if your lover is a woman watching this, and obviously I feel like they spend a long time like just making sure their hair looks good, their makeup looks good, their outfit is great. Okay. Now, we also have has dreams about you. So yeah, I mean, after you guys have this first encounter, after you guys have this intimate connection, I really feel like your lover is going to be having dreams about you. They're going to be thinking about you all the time, especially if they just met you while you were traveling or they met you at a bar or something like that. They are just going to be very intrigued by you because, again, they didn't really know you that well to begin with, right? I feel like for a lot of you guys, for most of you guys that are watching this, your person is not going to have known you that well before you guys have gotten together. But I do want to say, for some of you guys, for like a subgroup, your person could be somebody who has known you for a while, but maybe they just don't know you that well, right? Maybe they just don't know you as well as they want to know you, right? And after you have this like sexual encounter, they're going to be having all these dreams about you, and they're just going to be, you know, dreaming and hoping that you will come up to them and ask them out on a date or want to get to know them better or something like that, right? But let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about the physical traits here. So we have hippie vibes coming through. So your person could dress very like hippie-ish, very boho. Maybe they wear long, flowy clothes. Maybe they have like the jewelry, a lot of jewelry on, a lot of beads, stuff like that. Maybe they have long hair. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing. We have a thinner, smaller pout. Okay, so that means like thinner or smaller lips. But even though their lips are thinner or smaller, they're still super, super cute, and you're gonna like it. We have curly hair, so they could have curly hair. That's interesting. We have not traditionally pretty. Okay, so guys, literally what I've been saying this whole time is that I feel like your person is very pretty. I feel like they look very nice and everybody wants a piece of them. But at the end of the day, it could be something here where maybe they are not like your Brad Pitt, right? Maybe they are not Angelina Jolie. Maybe they don't look as great as Scarlett Johansson, but there's still something about them that is very, very attractive. And I think the main thing that is so attractive about them is their cute and sweet personality. I think that it just makes them very cute. It makes them very sexy and sweet, and people just really like them, and they find them to be very attractive because they're like the girl or boy next door. Like, who doesn't like the girl or boy next door? They're so nice. They're so freaking sweet. So yeah, we also have ginger. So your person could be a ginger, which is always fun to see. The initials that we have coming through are actually, ooh, we have 2 C's. Nice. 2 C's are coming through. We have an S. We also have a Y. And then last but not least, we have an L. So that can be your person's first, middle, or last initial. Now, talking about the oracle cards that came through, we have uninhibited and released. We have it is safe for you to love, new love, and rebirth. So I really think that this sexual experience for your person is going to be like a sexual awakening for them. I really think that everything they experience with you is going to be absolutely incredible, and it's really going to change the way that they view sex and they view intimate connections, right? Because again, like I was saying, I feel like you are somebody who is very interested in doing new things, trying new things, and so I do think that you are going to show them in this encounter all of the things that you can do that maybe they've never tried before. So I'm talking about things that are more untraditional, that are a little bit more like chocolate than vanilla, right? I feel like before your lover was somebody who just did like the regular missionary stuff, you know, just vanilla things, and it was cool, they liked it. But whenever they're with you, you do things so different. You could be somebody who likes some BDSM stuff. Maybe you are somebody who you tell them like you need to have a safe word for it's safe for you to love, right? You are just somebody who, you're quite a deviant. You're quite a fiend, okay? You just like to do different things, and so whenever they are with you, you are just going to show them what it is like to be uninhibited and to be just completely wild and free and animalistic. And I think that you are just going to open their eyes to a whole new world that they've never experienced before, and they are just going to want to keep on exploring it with you. And at the end of the day, with new love, I definitely think that you could be interested in getting to know this person afterwards. I think that that's really going to catch you off guard too, because I do think at the end of the day, you are somebody who isn't much of a relationship person. I don't think you're somebody who is very serious about commitment, but that's not to say that you haven't had any serious relationships. But maybe at the moment that you meet them, you could be somebody who's just more interested in having fun and being wild and free, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think whenever you're with them, after you have this experience with them, you're going to be curious about them afterwards. You're going to find yourself thinking about them. And so if you met this person like while you were traveling or like at a bar or something, you may decide to try to like look them up on Facebook or Instagram. You could decide to try to like find them. Maybe this person will end up giving you their number, which I do see that happening, because I think that this starfish person, again, your lover is somebody who doesn't just want to have like a physical thing. Like they want something more in depth, something deeper. And so I do see them trying to give you their number or trying to get your number the first time you guys are together. And if you are somebody who you don't meet this person while traveling, you have already known this person for some time, I think that you're just going to be very surprised by the fact that you actually want to get to know them better, and you want to maybe try to deepen this connection and explore it even more by dating them and courting them and such. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, and that's it. Anyways, guys, I love you so much. If you like this reading, please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, group 3. So you chose this magnificent spider card today, then hey, hello my gorgeous little butterflies, and thank you for fluttering on by. So guys, before we get into the sexy tarot portion of this reading today, where we talk about all of the sexual fiendish things you are going to be getting up to with this person in your next sexual encounter, we are first going to be focusing on your archetype cards and your spirit animal cards that came through today. So guys, with the spider and the angel card, this is going to be representing your next lover's personality traits, their overall energy. Okay, and then with the Nightingale and the Martyr card, this is going to be representing how your next lover is going to view you, how they're going to view your energy and your overall personality. Okay, so guys, talking about the Spider card, this is synonymous with earth energy. So your person could be an earth sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus. And talking about that earth energy more in depth, whenever I see earth signs, that makes me think about somebody who is very hardworking, very down to earth, and very determined to be successful no matter what. Okay, so right away, I definitely would describe your next lover, the person who you are going to be intimate with next, as being somebody who is very, very driven to succeed. This is somebody who, once they decide exactly what they want to do within their life, they will go after it no matter what. It doesn't matter what darker moments they go through. It doesn't matter what harder times they experience. They will keep on going. Even when the going gets tough, they get tougher. Okay? And I'm also getting the idea here that your person is somebody who is very, very patient. Okay? They are patient to a fault. That is what I'm seeing here with this web, because a web doesn't form in like one day. Like, it takes a while to make a gorgeous, freaking amazing web, right? And so your person, this is somebody who is very patient. Your person is somebody who I would describe as being someone with like a long-term goal. I think that they have that like really big like Virgo vibes, where they create like a 10 or 20 year plan, and they figure out exactly what they need to do, what step-by-step action they need to take to get to where they want to be, and they will slowly but surely and very methodically map out and do exactly what they need to do to get to where they want to be within their life. And so I definitely think that this is going to be something that you really value in this person, and that is definitely going to be something you really like, right? Now, talking about the angel card coming through, this is such a sweet card to receive, because for the light attribute, it says helping those in need with no expectation in return. So going off of that, I definitely think that your person is such a soft individual. I think that they are very, very sweet, very compassionate to other people. They are always willing to offer their help and offer their assistance to absolutely anyone. I'm also getting the idea here that you could end up meeting this person while you guys are volunteering or working out in the community, because I am kind of getting like those vibes, right? But at the end of the day, I just think that your person is somebody who is very soft, very kind-hearted, and I think whenever you meet them, you are going to see this person as somebody who would never hurt a fly, right? They're too nice for that. But what is so intriguing and what I find to be so freaking cool is that at the end of the day, even though your person may seem very soft and very delicate, don't forget, they are a spider, right? And even though spiders are small, spiders are little, spiders can do a lot of damage. Spiders are predators, right? Some of the smallest spiders, their bite can literally kill a grown man, right? And so I think that your person is not all they may seem to be. I think that this is honestly somebody who could be like a big, like a vigilante of sorts. I think that if they see any type of injustice occurring, if they see somebody being mistreated or being bullied or being hurt, they will stand up for them. And they are not afraid to get violent whenever they are defending the people who they feel like are being mistreated. So I definitely think if anything were to ever happen to you, like, and that's saying, like, that's considering if you guys not just have this, like, one sexual encounter, but you guys have numerous encounters and maybe you guys end up having a relationship, I think that this person will go above and beyond to protect you. I think that if you were to ever get like kidnapped or anything, they will go all John Wick or all Taken on people, right? They will literally kill anyone in their way to get to you, to defend you, right? So that's really sweet to see. That's really awesome. So just know, they may seem very sweet, and they are very sweet. They're sweet to everyone, but if you hurt the ones they love, if they see anybody being mistreated, they will go all John Wick on you. Okay, they will go John Wick on anyone. Okay? Now, I said they will go all John Wick on you. No. They would never do that to you, Group 3, just so you know. Whenever I said you, I was talking about everyone else who may try to hurt you or go against you, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, moving on. talking about you, we have the nightingale making an appearance. And the nightingale, this is synonymous with air energies. So, my dears, you could be an air sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus. So, I'm talking about our lovely Libras, our lovely Geminis, our gorgeous Aquariuses, okay? And talking about that air energy, I definitely think you are somebody who your lover views as being very witty, very charming. They definitely view you as somebody who is a really great communicator. You always have really cool things to say and to add to conversation. And you are also somebody who is genuinely very intelligent. I think that they view you as somebody who is constantly trying to expand your knowledge of anything. You could be somebody who they think really likes the History Channel. Maybe they see you as somebody who likes to put on Discovery every night, or as someone who likes to try to solve like those unsolved crimes, murder mystery crimes, right? You are just somebody who they see as being someone who constantly likes to be doing things with your brain. You constantly like to challenge yourself, and so maybe they just imagine you as being somebody who really likes like crossword puzzles or doing word searches or brain games. But there is just something about you that just makes them think that you are always so excited to learn, and I think that they are really gonna like that about you. Now, I also want to say here, the nightingale, what's very interesting about them is that nightingales, they often go unnoticed next to all of the other birds in the world, because nightingales, their color, their coat, their feathers are like a brown shade, and obviously if a nightingale is standing next to a peacock with their gorgeous beautiful feathers, or standing next to just the other colorful birds, they would go unnoticed. They wouldn't be seen, right? Because they are next to this freaking peacock or this colorful gorgeous bird, right? They are often forgotten or in the background. And so I'm getting this idea that you could be somebody who maybe you're not a Scarlett Johansson, right? Maybe you are not like Brad Pitt. Maybe you're not like J-Lo or whatever. But there is something about you that just stands out. And like the nightingale, you just have something that shines and that makes you very, very, very special, right? And it's not about your looks. It's not about the way you do your makeup. It's not about how you look on the outside. It's just about you, right? There is something so special about you. And what I mean by that, let me explain that more. The nightingale, even though they have a brown coat of feathers, they are so special for their song. The nightingale has a gorgeous, gorgeous voice. It's very ethereal, and people just love it, right? They are renowned for their singing voice. And so I really think that you are somebody who your future spouse views as being just very, very talented. You could be somebody who you yourself likes to sing, or maybe you have some type of artistic gift. Maybe you are somebody who likes to paint, or somebody who likes to create really amazing like pottery and things like that, right? Maybe you are somebody who is a writer and you write gorgeous poems and amazing stories, right? Maybe you're like the next what's his name, the guy who made Sandman, the Neil Gaiman. Okay, maybe you're the next Neil Gaiman or something. But if that is not the case, at the end of the day, I just think that there's something about your voice. There's something about your voice, the way you use your voice, that really catches their eye, and that is really going to lure them in towards you, right? That is really going to cause them to be interested in you. And I really think with you being paired with the martyr card coming through, I do think that for a lot of you guys, you are somebody who likes to use your voice for good. You like to use your voice to stand up for other people who are being ignored, or to stand up for causes that you find to be very special and that you hold near and dear to your heart. So I do think at the end of the day, you are probably somebody who is very involved in your community. You could be very involved in politics or social issues, but you are just somebody who wants justice for everyone. And once you decide what cause really rings true to your heart, you will stop at nothing to be able to bring a light and shed a voice and shed a light onto that certain cause of yours. So let's say, for example, you are somebody who is really big about animal rights and animal justice. So maybe you are somebody who will go out into the community. Maybe you will go to the next, maybe you like to go to like government meetings or mayor meetings or whatever, and you go and you make your case. You talk to them, to the mayor, to whoever you talk to at city council meetings. I don't ask me, guys. I don't go to city council meetings. I'm bad. I'm not involved in my community as much as I should be, but I think that you are, and you could be somebody who goes to these city council meetings to talk about all of the pets that are being left on the streets, all of the pets that are being mistreated, and you will go and talk to them about that and make your voice heard. And maybe your person, for example, just going off of this, maybe they are at a city council meeting too, because they are all about social justice, they are all about helping other people. Maybe they are at that meeting too, and that's where they meet you for the first time, right? Now, that is just an example. Just take it with a grain of salt. That's just an example. But at the end of the day, I just think that whatever it is you use your voice for, they are just going to be so into it. That is really going to be what catches their eye. And at the end of the day, I just think that you could have a really nice voice. Like, you could literally be talking about, I don't know, the newspaper, or you could be reciting the ABCs, and just the tone of your voice, I think it's very, very beautiful, and they're really going to be all there for it, right? Like, they are just going to be listening to you and basking in your gorgeous voice, right? So yeah, that's very, very lovely to see. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing so far. Oh, I do want to say, when it comes to you guys coming together, whenever it comes to you guys having this sexual encounter, I'm honestly getting the idea that there's going to be a lot leading up to it. I really think that your person, again, because they're very, very patient, and they're also a predator, don't forget that, I think that they are honestly going to hunt you down. Group 3. I think that your person is really going to fill you out. They're going to see you, and they are going to come up with like a 1-year plan or a 6-month plan on how they can woo you, on how they can catch your eye, right? So whether you meet this person while you are out in the community, while you are volunteering, or maybe even just while you're at work or while you're hanging out with your friends, I think that this person, they are going to make it their life mission to slowly but surely woo you and get you to want to be with them physically. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing, and I'm all here for it. I really like that. I think during this y'all's sexual encounter, I really think that they are going to be all ears to you, right? They are going to want to hear everything that you have to say, right? They're going to be loving to hear I think that they're going to love to hear the noises that you make, the sexual moans, the groans that you make. That is definitely going to be something they're very into. And I definitely think that they could be somebody who just asks you if this is okay. Can I do this? Can I do that? What do you want me to do to you? Because they just want to be able to hear your voice. They want to be able to hear what you have to say. And I just think, honestly, like, they get so horny just off of your voice, group 2, or excuse me, group 3. They love it. They love it. Okay, it's freaking hot to them. Guys, do you see what I did here with my cards? Like, I am literally the worst shuffler ever. Like, I got them going all crazy here. Let's try to reshuffle this, okay? Let's try this again. So, for group 3, can we get some extra information for group 3? What will their first time with their next lover be like, Spirit? Group 3's next sexual encounter. Can we get some messages, please? What will this sexual encounter involve? Okay. What will this sexual encounter involve? Can we get some extra messages, please? Okay. Alrighty, you guys. So, for the back of the deck energy, we have sex education coming through. We also have pride. We have getting tested. It's spectrosexual? Spectrosexual. I cannot say that word. I'm sorry. We also have eyes. And then last but not least, we have drag. Okay, so guys, first of all, I don't know what spectrosexual means. I'm sorry. So before we talk about this, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the little guidebook here, and I'm gonna find out exactly what this is talking about here. Okay, let's find out what spectrosexual means. Okay, I found it, you guys. So, wow, that's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, that's a little unusual. I've never heard of that before. But anyways, spectrosexual, that means that you are attracted to spirits or poltergeists. Like, that kind of turns you on. So honestly, you guys, what's funny is I was kind of getting like a darker ambiance, a darker mood from you because of the fact that these cards, you know, there's a lot of black in them. You know what I mean? There's a lot of black. And so I feel like maybe one or both of you guys could be somebody who really likes getting afraid. Like, that could be something that turns you on, if that makes sense. Maybe that brings more of an exciting tone to the more sexual side of things. So I'm kind of getting the idea for a lot of you, you could end up getting with this person sometime during Halloween, during the Halloweeny season, or if that's not the case, then you could simply be like watching a scary movie, and that's whenever you guys end up getting together and becoming sexual for the first time, right? So for those of you that could end up being with this person during Halloween, maybe you guys go out and hang out at like a haunted house, or you go do something like Halloweeny related, something that's scary, and that could be what leads to you guys having sex together for the first time. And the reason why I keep on saying for the first time and all of that is because I really do feel like you guys, y'all are not just going to be a one and done type of thing. I really think that you guys could come together and then start to actually date each other later on. I really think that with the pink shades coming through on these cards, you know, this talks about romance, this talks about love and new love. So I do think that you guys are not just going to have a physical connection with one another. I see you guys having an emotional connection and really building a relationship together. And I do think that for a lot of you guys, this first time is going to happen during Halloween, while you guys are watching a scary movie, while you guys are at a haunted house or something like that. But I definitely think that being afraid, being fearful is something that gets y'all's adrenaline pumping, and it's definitely something that really gets y'all going, okay? Like nothing else will. So let's talk about these other cards. Now guys, we have pride and we have drag. So it is worth mentioning for some of you guys that are watching this, you could be a part of the LGBTQ community, and if you are, then just take this as an extra sign that you are in the right reading today, that you have found yourself in the one that was meant for you. But if you are watching this and you are not a part of the LGBTQ community, then that is totally fine. You know, I am reading for a really big audience, for a lot of different people. So some of you guys might resonate with being LGBTQ, some of you guys might not, and that is fine. But going off of that, I just think at the end of the day, with pride coming through, I really think that being with you for the first time, you guys being together and experiencing this sexual connection, I think that you guys are both going to be very, very proud of who y'all got. Does that make sense? I feel like I said that weird, but I think that your person, your lover, first of all, they're going to be so proud of themselves for finally winning you over, right? Because like I said before, they are a predator, and I really think before they get with you, they are really going to be spending a lot of time with you. They're really going to have plotted this huge this huge plan to try to win you over. And so when they finally do win you over, they are just going to be so proud of themselves. They're going to be so proud of the fact that you are theirs and that they got to be with you. And I think that the feelings are going to be mutual. I think that you are honestly really going to like this person. You are going to be so interested in them. So whenever you are finally with them, you are just going to be like, wow, like, yeah, I did that. Like, you see this person who I got, like, you see this person who I was just intimate with, like, you are just going to be looking at your spider lover as someone who is like a trophy. You're going to be looking at them as the hottest arm candy ever, and you are just going to be so delighted and so proud that you got to be with them, and you're going to be just like giving yourself like a pat on the back. Okay, going off of that, we have eyes. So I do think you guys are going to be all about each other's eyes. You guys are going to be looking intensely into each other's eyes whenever you guys are first together, whenever you guys are sharing in this intimate connection with each other. I think that if you ever look away from your spider lover, that they are going to be saying like, no, look at me. I want you to look at me. I want to experience this with you while I'm in you. I want to be looking into your eyes as well. We also have drag, so this could also represent that maybe you could be meeting your, or excuse me, you could be being with your person for the first time after you guys go to like a drag show or to a drag club. Maybe you guys are going to be going to like a scary drag club. You know what I mean? Like, you know how drag, they have like different type of events. So maybe you are going to go to like a scary haunted drag show, right? That's cool, huh? That's really cool. So let's get some extra messages for group 3. What is their first time? What is this, you know, next sexual connection going to be like? Can we get some messages, please? Ooh, we love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get some extra messages. Let's see what else wants to come through. Okay, 2 cards there. Interest. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, can we get some extra messages, please? Extra messages. Extra messages. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is so interesting. Wow, you guys. So before we talk about this, before we talk about all this, I'm going to go ahead and just pull from our physical traits here to get some physical traits. So for group 3, can we get some extra information as to what group 3's person is going to look like? Can we get some extra information here, please? Extra information as to what they're going to look like. Okay, let's get some initials. Some initials. First, middle, or last. Initials, please. Initials. Okay. Hey you guys, so my camera stopped recording, and to be honest with you, I'm not quite certain where it stopped recording at, because I was like trying to shuffle the cards, and then I looked up and I saw that the camera has stopped recording, right? So let's just go ahead and keep on going. Let's keep on going on, okay? So we're going to pull from our who, what, and where cards. And basically, this is just going to give us an idea as to who your person is, what their personality traits might be, where you might meet them. So basically, we're just getting like some extra information from them, okay? So let's see what wants to come through. For group 3, can we get one last card? Alrighty. So let's take a look at these cards. Aww. That's cute. Okay, you guys, so it says right here, wears a meaningful accessory often. So this person could wear like a necklace that means something to them. Maybe they have like a ring or something like that, but something that means a lot to them and that holds a lot of significance. We also has a unique smile. So maybe your person has a cute little gap tooth. Maybe they have braces or something like that, but you're really gonna be into their smile, and it's really gonna be something that is very unique and that's very eye-catching. And we also have is known to be sarcastic often. So they could definitely be somebody who is sarcastic, who says a lot of jokes and has a dry sense of humor. Okay, now taking a look at the physical traits here, we have feminine coming through. So your person, whether they are more masculine and identifies as being male. They could be somebody who has very feminine traits. So what I mean by that is physically they could have like softer lips. They could have rounder cheeks and maybe beautiful, gorgeous hair. Maybe your person, if they are a male, they could have really long hair. And it could definitely be something that you really, really like, right? But that doesn't have to be the case, right? That could only resonate for some of you guys. But going on, we also have hazel eyes. So, oof, we love seeing that. We have long, luscious hair. Look at that. Literally long, luscious hair. Oh my gosh. I am onto something here. So yeah, your person, whether they're male, whether they're female, I do think for a lot of you guys, they could have really gorgeous hair. And you're really going to like it. We have curly hair coming through, so it could also be very curly. And then last but not least, we have dreadlocks. Okay, so they could have long, luscious dreadlocks, which we are all here for. Now, going off of that, looking at the initials, we have the initial A. We have an L. We also have a C, a T, and last but not least, we have a J. So guys, let's go ahead and talk about the other cards, but just keep in mind that that can represent your person's first, middle, or last initial. But taking a look at the oracle cards, they are honestly so freaking interesting, and they really brought a whole other level to your person, to y'all's connection, and just to this overall situation. So let's talk about it, shall we? We have the sweetest taboo coming through. We also have free yourself, separation, mothering, honor your past, and last but not least, for the back of the deck energy for this oracle deck, we had heartache coming through. And what's very interesting is after that, we also had freedom. And it says dancing under the moon. So guys, I am getting two different messages coming through. I think for half of you guys, this could honestly be somebody who you have known before. This could even be somebody who has hurt you before. Maybe this is somebody who you were dating, who you just decided you didn't want to be with anymore, or who you just thought wasn't the right fit for you. I don't know, but for some reason you guys ended up separating. You guys ended up like freeing yourselves. And I think that if that is the case, then your person, like I said, they're a planner, they're a predator. And I think that they came up with this huge plan as to how they can win you over again, as to how they can get you to want to take them back and to want to be able to experience this connection again and just have a renewal and have a redo, so to speak, okay? Now, for the other half of you, I think that whenever you get with your person, it's going to be after you go through a heartache of your own, after you go through a heartbreak or a breakup. So I do think that whenever your lover, your next lover meets you, I think that you could definitely be in a relationship at the time. And I think that your lover is going to realize that they're gonna have to be very, very patient and just be your friend and be there so that when the right moment comes, whenever you are, whenever you have broken up with your person or whenever you are no longer with your person, they will, sneak into the scene and win you over there. Okay, so I definitely think that this is going to be like a long thing coming. I really see your person just really trying to map out and plan how they can methodically win you over, and it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time for them to win you over. In fact, I think that it will take like over a year, because literally for the back of the deck energy, I saw that we had your first kiss will be within 1 year from now. So I do think that it's gonna, I really think for a lot of you guys, whenever it says within 1 year, I think that it means it will exactly be in 1 year. Okay, I think it will be in 1 year. I think that this whole plan of theirs is going to take a long time. It's not gonna happen in one day. They're not gonna woo you over in one conversation or one chit chat. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some legwork, but they are more than ready, more than prepared to do it, to win you over, because they really like you and they really want to be with you. Now, going off of that, we have mothering coming through, and I really think that you guys, whenever you are together, whenever you guys are having this intimate moment, this intimate connection, I really see you guys being very kind to each other, being very loving. Again, you guys are gonna have like some really sweet feelings for each other. This isn't just gonna be like a physical thing. You guys are actually going to care about each other, and I see you guys really being very loving towards each other. And I honestly see you guys, maybe the first time you guys have sex, I see you guys taking things very, very slow, really pacing yourselves and loving each other and being just real sweet to each other. And then I see you later on, making things more crazy. I see you guys having more wilder times. But I do think the first time you guys are together, talking about your next intimate connection with them, I think that you guys are gonna take it very slow, and it's just gonna be very sweet and very lovely and very romantic, and I'm so excited for you guys. Y'all are both just gonna feel so treasured and so loved with each other, okay? But going off of that, we have the sweetest taboo, and the sweetest taboo, this talks about doing like taboo things, like doing things that are kind of like forbidden, doing things that other people are like, ooh, like they're doing that, right? So I do think that while you guys are going to take things very, very slow, I think that as things pick up, as you guys are together more, you guys are going to start doing like some crazy things, some taboo like things. And maybe this is just talking about how, again, you guys are into like getting afraid. And so maybe you guys, honestly, before you get together, or I feel like later on down the line, I do see you guys maybe playing around with each other. I see you guys trying to like hunt each other down. So maybe you guys are going to, like, maybe one of you guys is going to be running around the house, maybe trying to play like hide and seek, and the other person is going to be trying to find you. And it's just going to be kind of scary. It's going to be kind of intense, and yet you guys are really going to like that, right? So it's definitely something that not everybody would like, but you guys are going to love it. And you guys are going to love just y'all's taboos, all the taboos you guys explore together, right? Because I think that you guys are going to do even more taboo-like things. Maybe you are going to be the type of couple that likes to experiment more with food, or maybe you guys are gonna like knife play, because again, you guys like to be afraid, right? So maybe you guys are gonna like knife play, or like choking each other a bit. So I do see you guys liking things that are a little bit like out of the ordinary, that's a little bit different from everybody else, but I think that at the end of the day, you guys are really gonna like it. And now if you are watching this and you are telling me like, Cameron, like I don't know what you're saying, knives sound scary, I don't like that, definitely take it with a grain of salt. That is just an example. Maybe you guys are just gonna be into like some light choking or something, right? Maybe you're just gonna, again, just like to watch a scary movie and then get together. Okay, but at the end of the day, I do think that there is something really big about you guys being afraid. That is definitely a turn on to you, and you guys are going to incorporate it into y'all's sexual relationship. Okay, so yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys.